Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. The Saints Block Party podcast, week 16. SBP presented by Freshest Works LLC, recapping Saints Jets, where the Saints have won 3 in a row, defeating the New York Jets 29-6. Did need to make a correction. DA as head coach did go on a 3-game winning streak. Our dude Wesley corrected us at the end of 2022 season. He did go on a 3-game winning streak. But that's old news. Kellen has done that in his first season, and
stacking wins, baby.
29-6, their highest point total of the season. You got Charlie Smith kicking 5 field goals. Only missed one from 61 yards. Tyler Shough goes over 300 yards passing. I think you had Chris Olave catch 10 for 148 and a touchdown.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. My bad. I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to do you like that.
Oh, my dog, Chris.
Chris getting 30 mil. I'm telling fans right now that contract gonna start with the 3. Anyhow. And you had Juwan Johnson catch 8 passes for 89 yards, bro.
89, bro.
Listen.
Before you start, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Were we wrong about Juwan Johnson?
Part of me
do we owe Mickey an apology for Juwan Johnson?
Okay, let me word it like this. I don't feel like we owe Mickey apologies for Juwan Johnson, because Juwan Johnson always gets going after the Saints are eliminated from playoff contention. But I do feel like we owe Mickey an apology for Chase Young.
Ooh, that sack at the end, boy. That was a clutch sack. Clutch sack at the end. And I was just thinking, like, damn, he's kind of quiet. He'll look quiet today. Came in, whoo.
I think he has 7 sacks on the season, if not 8.
7. Yep, 7.
You got Cam Jordan with 9.5.
That's crazy.
No, 8.5, because he came in with 6.5. 8.5. 8.5 on the season. So that's what I would say. I don't want to take anything away from Juwan, but for me, I need to see that from week 1 through week 6 when they trying to like contend and get in the playoffs, not when they eliminate it, because this has happened every goddamn season. This is the Juwan Johnson experience, bro. Like, when it happened last year too, bro. When Spence was in there, like, they not in playoffs. Oh, let me show out.
I will say though, the only difference this season is he has been healthy all season, and he's been productive all season.
It looks better this season.
He's had his usual like what the F moments this season, but he's been more consistent. He's been a productive tight end, bro. I still ain't apologizing.
Like I said, I'll apologize for Chase Young, but Juwan, no, I'm not. Playing my flag down. I think our guy Devion said it. 2 things that he said in our Discord, patreon.com/SlingsparkParty.
It's Devion. It's Devion.
Nola QB Gunners. Nola QB Gunners.
Let's call him. My bad, bro. I just didn't know your name, bro.
or like I made the joke one time calling them DEI beyond. One, he said that one thing we wanted to see this season was the Saints mirroring a Dan Campbell first season with the Lions like showing.
I was thinking about that last night.
And we are now seeing it. And second thing he said is that if this is Taysom Hill's last season with the Saints, last home game with the Saints, especially, that unlike the DA thing with Jamal Williams and not, him not getting a touchdown against the Falcons, him cooking that play up and that touchdown pass to Chris Olave is a 180 in terms of just the mindset from the head coach of like, if this is guy's last time, suiting up for the Saints in front of the fans, let me send him out with a bang, which is exactly the opposite of what DA did for Jamal Williams in the last game against the Falcons that caused a whole uproar and what have you. And I thought there were two great salient points just in regards to, and I'll get some, this is going to be a mostly positive podcast. I'm going to get some things that really annoyed me in this game that Kellen still does, but you definitely feel that this team is building something. And it starts foundationally with Tyler Shough in that team. Yes. And I get it. They're playing the Jets and whatever, but that first half, we called on the preview pod, bro. The Jets were juiced up. They came out swinging, and it was a mud fight for the first half. And I get it. They were the Jets, but you just see it and you feel it. You see you see the hope, and it just feels completely different than the almost 6 years since we started doing this podcast. It feels different.
Completely different, bro. Completely. One, it feels like you're building towards something. And I don't know, today just kind of felt like a throwback day. I don't know if it was because of, Cam Jordan getting his sacks and Taysom Hill, but really the positivity, like just you had the fans doing the wave in the crowd, and you just felt like that dome was kind of back to that little old dome for a little minute, where it's just like
a little bit.
We got a big lead. We just trying to get, and then Kellen dialing up a play late when usually he's been playing it close to the vest and conservative.
Mm-hmm. Felt a little shyness, bud. Felt a little shyness, bro.
Well, Sean Payton, I had to look. I'm driving. I'm like, did he just look a downfield when the game is pretty much over? Like, it was still, we had a little time left. He was trying to nurse the lead, but I'm thinking they're gonna run Taysom, nurse the lead, because that's what that's been his MO. But to do that, to cook that play up, an important play for Taysom, who was brought to tears in his presser today, because we all know that this is probably it for him. You know what I'm saying? And he's had a special run. With New Orleans, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. His run was special. You won't probably see it again happen in the NFL.
No,
ever. Like, it's just like one of my favorite Saints of all times. Period. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite Saints. We clowned about, even today, like watching the game, we was clowning about, like, man, get him off the field.
Second play, offensive play of the game, bro. He fumbled the ball. He was like, oh my God.
And, I was like, why does Kellen keep going to him? But you know what, Kellen? I'm glad you did. I'm glad you stuck with him through the game, made some positive plays, made some positive catches, some good runs.
That touchdown that got called back against the Sherman hole, bro. Like, it sucked that it got called back, but dude, that shit on the money, Wolf.
On the money, bro. I hated that they got called it back, man. Damn. But, nah, bro. So, like, that was the thing, man. Today felt like a little bit like the old Saints just for a little minute. Like, we just, the vibes was just good,
They were, bro.
And it's crazy because, like, the first half was like a slug, like, what is happening? This is like 6-9 and 6-3 or whatever. Like,
I said in the Zoom, I said, man, first team that scored a touchdown wins this game. First team scored a touchdown wins this game.
And then the Saints offense opened it up.
They did. I want to mention this real quick. Mark said, Cat Terrell said Chris Olave contemplated retiring last offseason. Not surprising.
Not surprised, bro. I was just watching, just caught in the YouTube wormhole or whatever, and was watching videos about concussions. I watched a video that's going deep into like what happens inside the brain with concussions and like the different postures that happen if you get a concussion, like what they mean. That was serious that happened to him.
Yes.
Bro. In Carolina, that was like really, really, really serious. Like that was. I mean, I knew it wasn't no joke, but just watching that video made me realize, like, man, that was really
It was, bro.
like really like. I'm not surprised at all that he contemplated retirement because his life was like about to change completely. So, man, I completely understand that.
And it one thing, and I get it's part of the football conversation and it's part of the fandom conversation, but and I think you said it perfectly. I think it was in the Discord. Is that if you take away the discourse of if he's a wide receiver one or not, and just accept that he's just a good starting receiver, like where you feel about him as a football player, like drastically changes. Like
Exactly.
there are things that he does in games that like is just going to like annoy you. Just like there's some frustrating things he does in the game that's going to annoy you. The catch that he briefly had when Stiggers was on him, that he knocked it out of his hands, like another like a higher echelon receiver comes down with that catch and that catches a touchdown. But the way he still is able to get, and I get it was a Jets defense, but he does this to most teams. The way he's able to get open and catch. There were some routes he ran today is just like
he was cooking them. He was cooking
bro, cooking. And that was one thing we kind of talked about. Well, we didn't talk about it, but I know, Mina had talked about it on her podcast in terms of just how much man coverage that, the Jets ran. And shout out to Kellen because on the touchdown, man beater, bro. Perfectly called man beater.
Perfectly called.
So, those are the things where, like, in my head, I'm just getting a little ahead. But the Saints won today. Won their third game in a row. Their draft position didn't change, Ryan. They still picking 8th. Didn't change at all. Like, God is good. God is good. And in my head, I'm like, man, what if that was Carnell Tate in the ends? And like he probably come. He could probably come. Now you building a receiver room, nigga. Like now you. And I want to give Shough credit. I talked about it earlier, as he was starting. You saw it today, and I get it. People are just gonna say it's the Jets. They ass. Yes, they're very much ass. They're very much ass. But you still saw an ability from him to elevate talent around him. He only had one starting wide receiver out there, Chris Olave. Then you had Mason Tipton, Dante Pettis, Kevin Austin Jr. You had William Sherman at right guard, which, he had his struggles today, but, probably a wash when you actually consider Ruiz. And then the running backs, you had Evan Hall, Taysom, and Estime. That was it.
Like, you keep saying, like, we get it, it's the Jets, their ass. We ass. Like,
yes.
Like, it's not like we just coming with like this built up squad. Our squad is like decimated. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Decimated. And we losing players like during the game. Like, so it's like it was even to me. And he's playing out there with like literally nothing, bro, trying to make the best of it. And he was just still slinging it, bro, making Kevin Austin look like something. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Austin making key catches. Juwan Johnson having one of his best games of his career. Tearing them up with Olave on those curls and those corner routes and stuff like that. Just tearing them up. Nah, man. And look, the offensive line had their struggles today too. McDonald was putting it on Kelvin Banks Jr. I can't wait to go back and really study that matchup to see.
Oh, bro. Okay. It was bad, bro. This is probably one of Banks' worst games of his rookie season because Will McDonald Jr. was destroying him, especially in the second half. And that was one thing that did annoy me in this game. And I tweeted it, was that there was a stint in the game where Will McDonald had beaten Banks almost 3 times in a row. And of course, Banks is like single covered, as Kellen does. And on one of the plays, Shough gets sacked or at least gets back to the line of scrimmage, but like the way he got tackled, you almost thought like he got hurt. And to me, like that's on the head coach. It's like if you see this enough times, if you see that your left tackle, who's a rookie, is struggling with a premier pass rusher in this league, and you continue to leave him on this island, and it potentially would lead to maybe the quarterback of the future getting hurt, nigga, that is terrible coaching. Like, I don't want to take away what Kellen did today, but that's bad. That had me hot, Wolf. I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can't have that, bro. You can't have that,
man. You can't have it. You know, Ross Tucker was on the call, and he's one that always talked about that. Like, if one guy is getting beat multiple times, like first couple of times, yeah, that's on the guy. But if it's repeatedly happened throughout the game, that's on the coach. That is on the coach. It
reminded me of the pinning Arden Key against the Titans game a little bit.
Exactly.
Where Penning got beat a couple of times badly, and then they just kept having Penning like lined up single like on an island against Arden Key. Like, figure it out, buddy. Like, what?
Yeah,
what?
like, no. Help me.
Wesley said Deuce was making the same points on Kellen's handling on the block and the radio today too. Yeah, like it's just common sense, bro. Like, just common sense. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Wesley said Shough really does have a beautiful ball. He does, and I was actually glad to see Shough kind of bounce back because I felt like he started the game pretty uneven. He was not on target. His ball placement was all over the place, and then he just kind of got it in the groove and was in a groove for most part for the rest of the game. Someone asked,
it's not abnormal for him to start off a little up and down. I just noticed that's kind of been a trend with him. But I think even today it was worse. I think he's playing compromise. I think he's just playing compromise, hip, whatever. He just got his ass whipped last week and got whipped more today. I just think he was just a little compromised and it just wasn't all together. But I thought in the second half, things started to look like a little more on time and smooth, and his ball placement was a lot better. But it just started out a little rough.
Tramal Molly Mall asks, is this Cam Jordan's last year?
Feels like it, doesn't it?
It was like
with the Saints at least.
Yeah, he had like 24 people at the game today in a suite.
A sister or something that flew in from Germany.
For Germany. It feels like it is, but also like I also wouldn't. It's gonna be interesting because basically it's gonna come down to at the end of the year, is he gonna potentially want to go to a team where he feels like he can, potentially contend for a championship,
right?
Or does he want to end his career as a Saint? And to be fair, like either one, like I don't want like as fans, like if he does choose the former to like go to another team and contend, like I feel like as fans, like we shouldn't begrudge him of that. Like he's
not at all.
I just know some fans will, like, you know what I mean?
If he went to like the Falcons or something.
No, I mean, I
don't even think he would do that. I don't think he would do that.
No. What if he went to the Broncos, bro?
I can see that. I can see the Broncos. I could see like the Bills. The Bills like to take shots on like older guys.
Yep.
Chargers maybe. I can see something like that. Like, go ahead, bro. Like, you earned that shit. Like, if you got a chance to contend, finally get a chance at a ring, go for it, man. Or, if he end this season with 10 sacks, bro, I'd easily see Mickey and him sitting down like, man, look, put together a little incentive-laden contract like we did. Come on back. Good old times.
He's at 8.5 right now. The Titans next week, and they end the season against the Falcons. Like, it feels like he could get to 10.5. It really does feel like he can get to 10.5. Luke, not different Luke. I can't pronounce your last name, Luke. I'm like, that's a really long last name. I can't even pronounce that phonetically. But it says starts to feel like O-line first round pick again next year.
No.
Doesn't feel like I think if anything, if like today it feels like a weapon. I don't know what weapon, but if you look at today, and I know there's injury. I know Neal's injured. I know Devon Bailey. They're both on IR rest of the season. But today really maybe even reinforces it to the front office and to Kellen. Like, man, like if this like Shough is the dude, like imagine if I just give him juice.
Imagine it. Like really imagine it. You really imagine having legitimate weapons for this quarterback. A legitimate second tight end or tight end one, whatever you want to call Juwan. If you want a real tight end to go with him that could block and catch. Two more wide receivers, one with size and speed, and that could attack the ball to go with Valet and Olave. Like this, once everything falls into place, a running back that could really get you like instant yardage, instant first downs, that you could throw a check down or a little quick, Texas route over the middle and get 20, 30, 40 yards or whatever. Imagine that in this offense, man. It just changes everything. It changes everything, bro. And they really need it. Like they cannot go into this draft like thinking they could just, we get a wide receiver in the 4th round. Nah, man. Like you got to go and attack this draft. You need 2 wide receivers, a running back, at least one running back, and at least one tight end. And I'm not saying you got to do it all in the draft. Yes, maybe you could attack a little bit in free agency, but this free agency class is not great, and you're going to have to deal with players not wanting to come here. It's not being like a prime destination for like, top guys. So it's a lot of work, bro, but that should be the number one focus going into this offseason. Get this guy weapons.
Tremal Molly Mall says the interior line needs to be fixed first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and
okay.
Yes. But you don't have to do that in the draft. Or you could you could do that in the 4th round,
Kevin posted this great picture that was posted on Twitter, like showing how the Rams have built their offensive line. Not a single first round pick on the offensive line, bro.
Not a single one, bro.
First round pick. Like there are so many ways that you can build your.
You don't have to point to like other teams. You can point literally to the Saints of the Super Bowl era. Like Terron Armstead was a 3rd round pick. Jerron Bushrod was a 4th round pick. Jyree Evans was the 5th round pick. Carl Nicks was a 5th round pick. Like you don't have to build an offensive line like that. And I realized a lot of those were years ago, but you can look at teams around the league. You look at the Eagles last year. Like not everybody has to be a 1st round pick, and we got like plenty of 1st round picks on this team, on this exact team.
So someone, Raylyn Marie Lewis said the Colts draft lineman high lineman in works. The Colts also drafted. Let me just tell you who the Colts drafted. They drafted Tyler Warren in the draft last year. That's juice. Jonathan Taylor was a running back in the 2nd round. They drafted Michael Pittman Jr. So like what is the art? Like there are so many ways that you can build. There's not a singular way.
But people are making the argument like we have been ignoring it or something. We've invested like that's all we draft is offensive line and defensive line. Like what are y'all talking about?
So
talking about, bro.
So frustrating.
This team need juice.
Juice Wolf. Fed up with it. Shout out to Josue Sandoval, $4.99 super chat, said 3 in a row got me in tears. It's beautiful. It's
crazy, bro.
Tony, are you
4 and 3, bro?
We need to start building the O-line from the inside out again. We do.
Look, man, all they gotta do is go and sign. There's like 2 or 3 guards I'm already looking at free agency. Go get one of those guys.
Just one.
Draft, maybe, okay, you want to draft a guard in the 4th round. Don't know who. Draft, just put your scouts to work and go find somebody that looks good that could come in the 4th round. You got Simpkins already on the roster. Like, figure that shit out, man, and get Fuaga back healthy. Banks going to be in his 2nd year, probably play better. Then you got something cooking, man.
Or like another, and I don't think that the Saints don't have probably the ability to do this just because of cap space, but look at what the Bears were able to do under Ben Johnson of how they quickly rebuilt their offensive line this past offseason. Trades. Like there's so many
things you could do.
Like, so I don't want to just hear like it has to be done like in the 1st round, in the
coaching too.
Yeah,
Not just not just offensive line coaching. I mean, offensive line coaching, that's one part. I mean, I don't know who we got now, but I think our guy that used to be with the Saints a couple years ago, get him some help, man. Like, get him some help. Also, like, schematically, some different things you could do instead of having, like, your tackles on the island all the time. But there's all kind of things you could do schematically and coaching-wise to help out your offensive line. So I don't want to hear it, man. Get this first-round offensive line stuff out my face. I don't want to hear it.
Don't either, bro. I'd be fine with Caleb Downs in the first round. Still, like, I know Ruben Baines had like a decent game yesterday, bro. It just
Baines a player, bro. Baines be playing though, bro. Tenacious, just a little butterball.
Like you said, bro. Nigga built like MJD, bro. I'm good, Wolf. I'm good, Wolf. Like if like we drafted Bain in the top of round 2, I'd be completely fine, bro. But like 8
overall, bro.
Nah, nigga, I'm out. All right, let's take our first break of the pod. We'll be right back after this. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plug-in updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay, we are back. Listen, we have 69 concurrent viewers on right now and 220 views. Appreciate y'all. If you're watching this on YouTube, which if you are, please like and subscribe. Dre Day 7078 said, I came across you guys' channels a few weeks ago, quickly becoming one of my favorite channels. Y'all deserve more followers. Who that? Appreciate you, Dre Day. Much love.
I appreciate that for real.
I want to preface this by saying that I know it was just the Jets, but Brandon Staley and the defense held the Jets to 6 points, had 8 sacks, had
8 sacks,
man? 8 sacks, nigga. Had 8 sacks. Pretty sure it was 8. No, I'm not tripping. I know at one point it was 7, and then they got another one.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, nigga, I wasn't tripping. 8, 1 interception. You had one of the better games you will see by Jonas Sinker.
Beautiful game.
Brian Bresee did get hurt. It looked like it potentially wasn't as bad as it initially looked, but we don't know yet. Give Brandon Staley his goddamn flowers, bro. I know, bro. I know it's a Jets. They playing with the third string quarterback. I do not care. Do not care.
Don't care.
He's been coaching his ass off this, like, most of the season, but especially the second half of the season, bro.
Oh yeah. Second half of the season has been about Staley, bro. That's been a huge part of this run that the Saints have been on. Huge. Big reason, and that's not to take anything from Shough and Kellen and what they've been able to do on offense, but the reason it's not like they've been putting up 30, 40 points a game. They've been winning with like 17 points. And they could do that because Brandon Staley been holding teams down. You know what I'm saying? So he's been a huge reason they've been able to win games, and be able to be in games in the fourth quarter where Shough could catch fire and do his thing. So man, like, shout out to him, bro, because that's what we need. It's not like we've said many times. It's not the cleanest football for 4 quarters. There's some leaky yardage sometimes, or missed tackle on 3rd and 8. It was like, come on, how you gonna let them convert that? Why you gonna let them get to the edge? Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, he keeps teams down. The further they move down the field, like the more constrained they get. There's a great way of just getting guys to figure out when to make a play at clutch times, like that sack earlier or that sinker interception was huge point in the game. So nah, man, Staley doing that. They getting production out of guys like Nate Shepard, and Bullard,
Bird,
Ridgeway, and it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's coaching right there,
that's coaching,
boy.
nigga.
That's coaching. Well, yeah.
Dante said if it wasn't for Staley, we'd be 0-15. I wholeheartedly believe that. Yeah, bro. I can see it.
100%.
Excuse me. Tramal Molly Mall said we need Vernon Broughton to be something next year.
Hope so, bro. Shit. Can we get Boyd on the field? God damn.
I'm sure he'll be active next week because I don't probably foresee Brian Bresee being active next week. So I'm pretty sure Christian Boyd will be active next week.
Can we get Christian Boyd on the field, man? Golly, what did he do?
And I talked about this. I was talking about this in the Zoom with Dante, with Sanker, and I said, he asked if I would still be, wanting them to draft Caleb Downs, and I said absolutely, because he was like, well, what about? I said I make Justin Reed a third safety, bro. Like, could you imagine what Brandon Staley could do with Sanker and Caleb Downs, bro?
You got the intelligence of Justin Reed back there. Basically he'll be like our new Terran. And you got Caleb Downs, who's already super intelligent, and Sanker, man, boy. Now you got a secondary. Still got to work on the front. Still got to work on the edge and all that stuff. Yes, can't build Roma today. You know what I'm saying? But you got that secondary together. Now you can focus on getting that front together. You know what I'm saying? Man, that'll be something. That would be something.
I have a nasty. Maybe it's not as nasty, but a nasty scenario to give you. If the Saints run the clock at 8 and both Caleb Downs and Carnell Tate are on the board, who you going with?
Bro, I've been thinking about that for like 2-3 weeks now. Me, I would go Tate, just because I'm starved for juice. But I would think they would go for Downs, and I'd be excited. I'd still be excited with that. Like I wouldn't be mad, if you went one or the other. But me personally, I would go for Tate, but you got to go for the better player. And like overall, Downs is just like a better player. Like he has
in the back
Hall of Fame, all pro like ability. You know what I'm saying? I think Tate could be really good, but I don't know if I'm looking at like all pro wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
So that's it. So I watched a bit of him. Watched more of him yesterday. I forgot what the games were yesterday, but they it was during I think it was the Bears Packers halftime. I was watching Tate yesterday, and I think I put this in the Discord, but I said he has the potential to be like Terry McLaurin in the league.
Wow.
Like just like they win and it's funny because Carnell Tate's going to go much higher in the draft than Scary Terry did. He went in the second round. But I really loved Terry McLaurin as a prospect, and I felt he was like very, very underrated and slept on. That's not really happening with Carnell Tate, but just in how they win and just their play style are extremely similar. Similar.
Boy, good, man.
Good.
Boy, good. And I'm telling you, he just slightly underrated because he's playing next to a dog.
That's exactly what it is.
Jeremiah Smith, man. But I think he has like number one wide receiver ability.
Tremel Molly Ma asks, what if Sonny Styles is there at 8-2? I'm sorry. I'm not. Unless it's Patrick Willis or
like you got to be.
And this is nothing against Sonny Styles because he's a stud.
He's a stud, man.
But you got to be Patrick Willis. You got to be even like Roquan Smith. Like even to me, like Roquan Smith was a better prospect than Sonny Stout. Like, you got to be that level of linebacker prospect.
What was his name with the Panthers? Luke
Kuechly.
Luke Kuechly. Oh my God.
Even Luke Kuechly went like 11th.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. Like,
I'm sick for knowing that off the top of my head. But like, you got to be that level of linebacker, off the ball linebacker prospect that's not a pass rusher rusher to be considered like going top 10. Luke asks, do you see us trading down for more picks this year? Absolutely not. I believe it when I see it.
Like if we were picking number 1 or number 2, maybe a team coming up for a quarterback. But picking 8,
yeah, for sure. Nah.
But picking 8, Loomis gonna stick right there and make his pick.
And I'll say this, Matt, picking 8 in this draft with this team and where they are and what the talent is in this draft is honestly one of the, and who knows, like that 8 may go to like 9, 10, 11 if they beat the Titans and they beat the Falcons to end the season. But it's one of the better places to pick in this draft.
This is another one of those drafts where between pick 5 and 20, 25 is like, it's not like these drastic drop-offs. It's like just a lot of good players, good solid players, not a ton of blue chip players in this draft. The ones that you really like will go on the top, like Everell Reese. Then you got the quarterbacks. The one blue chip player who really is the wild card, who can go top 5 or he can go at 15, is Caleb Downs. Like, we don't know, because it's purely will come down to one of those things on how teams value the safety position.
So the Saints get their 5th win of the season. I'm bringing this up because it's interesting. Not a little interesting, but when we did our season breakdown, schedule breakdown for season, I had the Saints win in 5 games. So they're at 5 games right now. You had them win in 6 games. So they will either beat my prediction by 1 or 2 games, or they could be right at the prediction. They will either meet your prediction, which is 6 games, if they win another game. If they lose another game, they split the rest of the 2 games this season. Or they could potentially end up winning 7 games this season, Ryan.
I would have never predicted 7. 6. When I predicted 6, that was
I was looking at you like, nigga, what?
I was tripping. I was like, I'm tripping with 6, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out. So I mean, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Especially the way this team was looking earlier than this. Like, it was like by week 2, we was looking at Tankathon like, ooh, number 1 pick, baby. Like, let's go. Let's go. Because this team, it was before the team. I mean, even before the really season started, we was looking.
Yes.
Because we just looked at the roster. Like, the roster is actually much worse off than when the season started. Much worse off.
Trade Rashid Shaheed, which is like a big thing because he's gotten going a lot in Seattle.
I don't know if you want to call it, but Brandon Cooks, Valet got him going. He's on the IR. AK gone. Devin Neal, now he gone. Kendra Miller, he was starting to have a good little season going. He gone. Trevor Penning, I mean, you could call that addition by subtraction. That's fine. I'll take that. But then Eric McCoy, starting center, he gone. Fuaga been in and out. Fuaga been in and out the lineup all year. Then you had his backup got hurt, and we had William Sherman at right tackle. It's
been crazy, Wolf. It's been crazy. I said this in the Zoom that if the Panthers end up winning the NFC South, it's wild because we, as the team, as a fan of the Saints would have swept the champs of the NFC South. If you don't think Mickey Loomis is standing on a table with his shirt off, with his dick out, flexing.
What have we done?
What type of victory is it, Wolf?
Pyrrhic victories.
There it is, bro.
There
it is, bro.
What have we done, man? Gail, like I told y'all, he was doing a good job.
And the funny thing is, you give the vast majority of the credit to Shough, bro. It really It really
The quarterback position is something, boy. It completely changes everything. Changes everything, man.
can I tell you how wild the Zoom live stream was, bro? After you left in the fourth, them niggas was talking about like potentially like extending Shough after like year 2, and I was like, do y'all understand like the benefits of having a quarterback on a rookie contract in the second round? Do y'all get that? I couldn't believe my ears, bro. Couldn't believe my
quarterback. I tell you, that quarterback disease, boy. Once you got it, woo, you just your mind just start going all kind of places, man.
They're like, well, we gotta probably maybe extend him after year 2 because if he play off the 4th year, he might be too expensive. I was like, what are y'all talking about right now? Like that would like if he is good to great, that is fantastic, especially like in 2027. Like, like that's a win. Like, what y'all talking about extending? What? That was dumb. Well,
let's just finish this season, okay?
Shout out to Damon J with the $4.99 super chat.
Thank you, D.
He said, "How itchy you think Mickey hand is to make a dumb trade?" Oh, it's.
Ooh. I mean, his hand is scratching right now. His hand in his pocket, just
blazing.
My phone. Anybody call my phone yet? Itchy, bro, because you just know he feel like he got something. Yeah, he feel like he got something. And here's the thing, I do want them to be like mildly aggressive, like because you do have a quarterback on a contract. Yes, they don't have all the cap space that clears out this year, but you could start making moves this year. You know what I'm saying? With that in mind, that it's going to open up. So I want them to be like aggressive, but don't be stupid. Like please don't do some dumb shit. Please. Like let the 3-year, $38 million Alante deal be the only dumb thing you do. Like because you know it's coming at him. Because you know it's coming.
When he had that sack that came from forever, and he started riding the check, bro, I was disgusted. And then he almost had a pick 6. I was like, oh my god. But there was another blitz he had in the 4th quarter, I think it was. That was like the stereotypical Alante Taylor blitz that usually like that he comes and he just comes too hot and Brady Cook, like that was like, there it is. That's the Alante I know. There it is. Here's something I will say though, and I'll get to our last break after this. If you think about all the rookie quarterbacks drafted last year, you could argue pretty convincingly that Tyler Shough might be in the best position in all of them. You got Tyler Shough, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders / Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers, I guess. Like he's probably in the best situation than any of the rookie quarterbacks, bro.
It's crazy, bro. Cam Ward don't even know who his next head coach gonna be. So who the hell knows?
And I'll give Cam a lot of credit.
Oh yeah,
he still be balling, bro. Like he
still be balling, bro. Every week he make a couple throws where I'm just like, golly. that's why he was number 1 overall. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
yes.
That ability is still there. So don't take nothing from him. But that team got a long way to go. Jackson Dart, ton of promise, showed a ton of promise. But just get banged up and down play, and the Giants are just like in no man's land. Shough, man, like it's really weird, bro, when you think about it. Like that took some guts to draft Shough, dog. Like,
yeah.
And for Kellen to like target him, like to meet him early in the process and be like, okay, I really like him. And just to kind of say, fuck all the
noise,
talk about the age, noise, that, and just say, I like this dude, and I'm going to go get him in the 2nd round when he was there. That took a little nuts, man. That took a little nuts because you got to be ready to, you was going to get laughed at. You know you're going to get laughed at.
And one thing that a regret that I have from us being at the Senior Bowl last year, we didn't even talk to Tyler Shough last year, bro. He was at Senior Bowl
at all. Was at the Senior Bowl. Like I know he was on the morning. Y'all know y'all was doing the morning practice.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to the morning, but I remember one of the when the players come in for the little presser thing, and I remember seeing his name on the card.
Yeah,
he was gonna be standing up there. I looked at his name. I'm like, "Fuck is that?" Walked off.
Ain't that some shit, bro? That's wild, bro.
I was like, "What the hell is a Tyler Shough?"
Shoot.
Let me go.
Let me go talk to Jalen.
Where Jalen Milroe? Where Jalen Milroe at, man?
Where Jaden Higgins at?
Where Jalen Milroe?
Where RJ Harvey at, nigga?
Exactly, bro. That is just funny. Like, he right there, our future quarterback, right there, bro. But nobody wanted to pay him any attention, man. Nobody. So if Tyler Shough does end up being a guy, and at least for the short term, he does look like the guy. A lot of promise. Like, shout out to Kellen, man, for just being like having conviction. That's all we ask. Have conviction about somebody and go for it. Don't care. I'm wrong. You wrong. He wrong. Don't matter. If you have conviction about it, you go for
it. And we talked about this some in our Zoom today during the game, and we've talked about it in this podcast before. But whatever you want to say about Kellen, and we've said some things about Kellen, and there's still some things like in terms of like the head coach minutia that he still needs to get down and pin down. The secret sauce of like the three-headed monster that him, Doug Nussmeier, Scott Tozine has, and that they've shown to the ability to develop young quarterbacks. It is like teams wish they could copy and paste that.
Because man,
it is so rare. And I know people want to people will probably have a lot of things to say about like Spencer Rattler and what have you, but before like the Bears game and the half he had against the first Tampa game, he was playing good football. And he had taken a leap from how he had played as a rookie. So he had developed. And I would also tell you that Tyler Shough, the number one thing that he struggled with as a prospect was pressure up the middle. He struggled with it mightily. Like, it's been something that he's worked on so much that you see the improvement, in the NFL. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like the quarterback development that three-headed monster has done, whatever you want to say about Kellen, when we say plenty about him, is truly secret sauce.
And it's huge, bro, because I've watched plenty of other teams. The team we face today, the Jets, who drafted so many quarterbacks, number 2 overall, number 3.
Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold.
So many. And I've seen so many other teams that just cycle through quarterbacks over and over with no plan, no development plan, that, just never works out, even for the short term. So if that's one of their like things that they can hang their head on, bro, that's a huge that's a huge like checkbox, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you can get the quarterback right, you can figure out a lot after that. You know what I'm saying? And also with Rattler, man, I just wish there was a way people could really look deeper and take into nuance and all that stuff, because I understand, like, Shuck's a better player. Like, I'm not even arguing that. Shuck is a better quarterback. He's 4-3, but it's like that 4-3 colors your experience when you try to reflect back on how Rattler played. And I'm telling you, Rattler played some good football. Like, if he had like some of the better defensive play, or if he had some guys catch the ball when they like, there were some wins for him there too, but it just didn't happen. And there were some plays that obviously he didn't make.
Correct.
That that's on him. That's why Tyler Shough is a better player. But both of them have made like huge strides, bro, and like great development. They set up good for the future. Rattler will have a chance to go on to another team maybe, or be a backup. He could be our, Malik Willis. Just in case.
That's a good comp, bro. It's a good comp.
Just think about how important that was, even though Green Bay wound up losing last night, how important just having that good backup just sitting right, because they didn't miss a step. Jordan Love got knocked out. Boom. Willis came in there and they just boom, boom.
And you could argue with Shough's injury history and the amount of hits he's taken early on in his rookie season. Like, listen, if a team came and offered like a third rounder for Rattler, like, bye, like, bye, Negro. Like, we'll pack your bags ourselves. But like, if it's like I think people truly undervalue how important the backup quarterback position is until
very much
until you are until it's needed, bro.
Especially for a quarterback like in Shough, who one has been injured in the past, and two is a mobile quarterback who runs the ball, so he will get hit. He's will get some nasty hits that just happen in the line of football. So it's good to have like a real backup that can really come in and just run things without even thinking about it. Just put them in, and you're not even feeling like, oh my God. Like some teams when they put in the backup, it's over. Like, oh, well,
over.
All
like
over.
Like you saw with Brady Cook today, bro. Like, I'm not saying that they didn't have, like, they just didn't have a chance, but like they didn't really have like a chance with Brady Cook.
Yeah,
bro.
It's over.
Also, like, okay, I'm gonna take a break after this, but like, can Brady Cook do a ancestry, bro? An ancestry, because that there's some black in Brady Cook. I don't care what anybody say. I know they showed the camera with his parents and the
white parents. I don't know, bro.
Oh, bro. Every time they show Brady Cook on the sideline, he look, he got some nigga in him, bro. I don't know what Mama Cook was doing, bro.
Mama,
just saying,
sneaking out.
Nigga, like it was the hair. I was like, this nigga's mixed. Like, you can't fool me, nigga. Like this nigga, they ain't no white quarterback. Anyway, bro, let me take a break after that, bro. We'll be right back after this break.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. This week, I'm looking at Saints versus Bucks and selecting Chris Olave for higher than 50 yards and Baker Mayfield for lower than 3 touchdowns. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code Block Party. Score $75. Bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Block Party. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We are back wrapping up this recap. Jets, Saints win 29-6. The Saints did not allow an offensive touchdown in this game. Jack Hunter said maybe he's related to the Dolphins coach. No, like Mike McDaniel like acknowledges his black side. I don't know. Anyway, I want to give today during the game, at one point, like, it just felt didn't even have to worry about Charlie Smith on field goals, bro. Like, you just put your hands behind your back, be like, oh, he got this. We good.
Ain't that something, bro?
And this is the little stuff, and I'm not trying to badger Kellen, but I said this in the Zoom, is like, you potentially had this like inactive, like not even like on, like not kicking, when you had a kicker who missed 8 kicks in the season. Like 8, he hit 5 field goals today. That's 15 points. Blake Grupe missed 8 field goals this season.
8,
bro.
And not even like appreciative. I mean, nigga, your coach batted for you for weeks, put his job on the line for you, and you go to another team and you like, oh, it feels good to be in a winning organization, or whatever you said. It's
and
like,
also the Dolphins might not even make the playoffs, nigga. Oh, that little I don't even know. DC term is Ryan. About to get canceled on this bitch.
Little person.
Canceled on this bitch. Water's hitting too much, bro. It just made me hot, bro.
Make me hot, bro. But yeah, that is something, bro. Like, Kellen, you had that on the team all this time, and all he needed was a chance, bro. Give the guy a chance. Why? That was weird. And look, a lot of people saying, like, why didn't Shough get it earlier? And, we talked about that ad nauseum. Now, you could make an argument that Shough probably maybe after the Bills game or something, you could have put him in there or, but it was this is a fine balance they were trying to hit with developing Shough, getting him comfortable, getting him ready to hit the field. And I think as soon as Rattler Shough cracks, it was like, okay,
all right,
time to make the switch.
All right, nigga.
Because Rattler had like a bad game and a half, and that was it. That was it.
That was it.
So, and people like, oh man, we're not getting enough time to evaluate him. We're getting plenty of time to evaluate him, bro. Like these games, he's 4-3. 4-3 as a starter.
Which is crazy.
2 more games left. 2 more games left. Could finish the season with a winning record for himself. I mean, that's huge for a rookie to come into this team and with an opportunity to end like that. Huge, bro. Huge. I've never seen it as a Saint fan.
No. And we were talking about this in the Discord last night that I want to be careful how I say this. Like, I don't want to make it sound like this season has been fool's gold, because like this season has been very impressive and it's been a breath of fresh air, especially him being a rookie and what he's shown. But we got scheduled next year, Wolf. That's scheduled next year.
So who we play?
Hold on, I have to pull it up.
The NFC North.
Hold on. So the future opponents for next year. So the home opponents, they have the Browns, the Packers, the Vikings, the Steelers, the Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, and then one team from the West who the either like the third or fourth place team is, and one team from the AFC West who the third or fourth team is. So probably maybe the Raiders, and then the road opponents, they got the Ravens, the Bears, the Bengals, the Lions, Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, and NFC East. Nigga. We will, and I came out and said that Shough is a franchise quarterback. Bro, that will get tested real quick next season, nigga.
We gonna learn. I love it though. I love it. You get a chance to really learn one about Shough and Kellen Moore.
This is what I'm gonna say though. This kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier. This is why you need to get juice. Like if you want to compete with those teams next year, you gotta have weapons. You need some infinity stones like Thanos, nigga. You need to be prepared.
Yes, absolutely. Cannot go into next season. Like, you got to go into the next season with answers, man. Serious answers.
Woo.
Because you can't compete, bro. You cannot compete against real teams in this league without like multiple answers to the test. You know what I'm saying? Without
like what? Like
they're gonna take away. Good.
So, watching and there's a dude named Michael in our made a comment in our TikTok comment saying like I basically said he basically said that the Saints could compete with anyone, and I said did you watch Thursday Night Football? Did you watch the Seahawks and Rams? Like he said, oh yeah, we get a couple of pieces, like we can compete with them. Nigga, they play on they play at a different speed. They play at a different speed. Different speed.
That's what we trying to get. We trying to get to that.
Nigga, we not there
we
yet.
In a piece
that's
or two
okay.
away. That's okay.
That's okay.
We building. We are building.
But like you gotta have if you playing against the Ravens, the Lions, et cetera, like you got to have some shit in the arsenal, bro. Like you can't go into next year having Olave and Jawan Johnson and
if Mason Tipton out there, we losing, bro. Like
it's an L Wolf.
We ain't beating no Ravens with no Mason Tipton out there. Period.
It's an L Wolf.
Period.
Dante Pettis out that bitch, bro. Bro, we might be in Jeremiah Smith range next year. And the funny thing is, like, Shough may be playing like decent, bro. We still
might be there.
I don't have the facilities, bro. Like I
don't have the facilities. I gotta look into the story behind that little clip. I don't even know the story behind it, but it just crack up
every time, bro. don't have the facilities. Anything else from this game, bro? Three wins in a row. We have 88 concurrent viewers, 444. Shout out to Iran views right now. If you know, you know.
Hey.
I do that one in just for Jay.
Shout out to Jay.
Anything else from this game, bro? Or if this was the last Cam Jordan and Taysom Hill home game, bro, what a career for both of them, man. Like truly,
no question. Taysom Hill, I talked about him earlier, but Cam Jordan too, man. Like we clown about Uncle Cam and aggravated he is and all that stuff, and ready for him to move on so younger players can come in. I get all that, but he has been outstanding. One of my favorite Saints of all time. One of the best Saints of all time.
Has had a quietly good season this year too.
Really good season to go out with a bang like that. You can't ask for more. Drafted in 2011 and like one of the greatest first rounds ever. Like that draft was just phenomenal. And drafting him, he's just been good from day one. The stuff he does in the community, still to this day, on his days off, going to talk to kids at different schools all around New Orleans, all around Louisiana. No big fanfare and all that. I always appreciate him for that, bro.
The irony. Kevin brought this up in our Discord. Jason Light, the GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was like talking all that shit to Cam and all that shit. But for like, it'd be hilarious, bro, if the Bucs don't even make the playoffs this year and he was taking all that shit to Cam, and the Saints beat the Bucs this year a couple of weeks ago, bro. Imagine that shit. I wanted to say this. Eugene Sutherland said, eating this home-cooked victory gumbo and savoring this tequila on a cold Philly night, but nervous about Mickey with them hands in his pocket. Merry Christmas, fellas.
Merry Christmas. It's just something we got to live with. You know?
Bro, that Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport tweet going to feel like a shotgun blast in the chest, book.
Oh.
Chest. I don't even know what it's going to say, bro. I just know it's going to feel like a shotgun blast.
You already know, bro. Oh, my God.
I can't even think of a player right now, but I just know it's going to be like shotgun blast.
Oh, no.
Shotgun
George
blast.
Pickens? Nah, I ain't going to be.
No, he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Can't even imagine George Pickens in the locker room with Kellen, bro. Like, he punched the
TJ
shit out
Watt.
of Kellen. Oh, man, that's a good one. That's
Big
a good one.
$40 million a year.
Whoa, that's a good
off
one.
Injured.
Dante said AJ Brown. You know what's funny? I was like, as a like his character and like his shit like annoys me, but it would depend on the pick. But I could be talked into it. It would depend on the pick.
Mickey on the phone with Howie, bro. Oh.
And tune it up, Wolf. We get tuned up, bro.
Oh. See, the player I was thinking about, Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle.
It's funny. I looked him up last night after the game he had. He's not a free agent until 2027 because they
right. But that's why I was like, that's a potential trade candidate, knowing how he likes to either sign guys early or trade them.
Trade them early, yeah.
But I'm
I
like,
don't like.
Mickey,
I would
Mickey
just. I just see like the way Howie thinks is that Jalen Carter's been so inconsistent with like his injury histories and his play, and Jordan Davis has taken such a leap this year. Like
such a leap.
Like I saw him, like I was like, man, like I was like, is Jordan Davis? But he just scares me as a player, bro. Like because he came in the league overweight, and then him in New Orleans, I'd be like, hoo. Like that 15, 20 pounds he dropped in the offseason this year, bro. That shit
is coming back.
So
he get them sweet potato beignets and all that shit.
At Mondays, bro, it'd be a wrap. Jeffrey Simmons
doesn't meet my criteria, but yeah,
I can see it. Anyway, we'll talk about that in the off season. We'll be back this upcoming week. We'll probably do the preview pod earlier because Christmas is on Thursday and Christmas Eve's on Wednesday.
Oh
yeah. So we'll probably do the preview pod on Tuesday, even though we know not gonna get a lot of listens, not gonna get a lot of views, but we'll do the preview pod on Tuesday for the upcoming Saints Titans game in Tennessee, to see if the Saints can go 4 in a row and get their 6th win of the season, which is crazy to think about. But everyone who's tuned in, 82 current viewers, 471 views, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Listen, enjoy the ride because it's been a fun one, especially the second half of the season. And with that, we are out.
Peace.